Amiri&YahYa.
I'm Amiri.
Y'all know.
But we just coming back to y'all with some more good stuff. And that's the topic for stuff today.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day, and we just wanted to get out and come talk to y'all.
Yeah. Mainly, we want to talk about again relationship, marriage, how to keep each other up, marriage, being nice to each other.
And Andy.
But yeah, I was had the thought earlier about men especially, how
I'm watching that square follow my face.
how one thing that'll help, and this could go for women as well. How this can help um, recognize when you have somebody that's worthwhile, or worth marrying, or worth at least building a relationship with. Is once again what we preach the most is proving your partner. Just little things. Little things that a person does that make your day. Like earlier we was in the kitchen, I don't know why my hands was hurting. It was just hurting. I don't know. I must have had a good workout or something with my hands.
We were shoveling in the garden.
Yeah.
And he was going hard.
Yeah.
Last weekend.
So I guess that's what it was. I got and I was about to zinc, and I started just mentioning that my hands were hurting. She just grabbed me and went to massaging me, and it was just what I needed. You know what I'm saying? I went. Us. We'll go days without even mentioning something. We in pain or we hurting or something is wrong, and just the little things count. They deserve getting paid attention to. Stuff like that. Just when a woman, going hard for you. A lot of men take advantage of that. And figure they could have something on the side or something like that, and you expect that woman to be there. But just the laws of the land and your laws of the universe won't allow that to happen because that person deserves better, and will get what they deserve, and you will get what you deserve too, because you don't deserve that person if whatever it is, if you don't pay attention or anything, because women need attention. I mean, about right, they deserve attention, especially when they doing going hard for you. So you just get what you deserve point blank. If you messing over your woman, cheating, or not giving her attention, and it's a collective. Everybody has a job. If your woman, or like vice versa, the man doing everything, you have to bring something to the table too, or else
something more than a paycheck.
Or else what that person deserves, they're gonna get it, and it won't be you.
Right.
Because you don't deserve that person. It's law average. That's how it goes. People want be left thinking, I wonder what happened. I don't know why this. I don't know why that. But that's what happened. It's beyond you. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important that you all take care of each other, because there's a higher power involved in everything. And if the higher power requires you to take care of each other, marriage, that's required. So if you're doing your part, Most High take care of everything else. And you won't be wondering what happened, and this and that. But when the times get hard, when bad times come, what we wonder? We wonder how we can't stay mad at each other for more than a week.
Yeah, I don't think.
That's what we wonder.
I don't think any of our mads have lasted a whole weekend.
And then though our mads is something that have to happen. It's like our goodness.
It's like
our balance is the mad. I'm not even gonna say the mad,
but it'd be a lesson that needs to be learned at the time.
Negativity and positivity is a balance as well as everything else. And it be like sometimes they got too much happiness going on. And I know some people don't even like it though. Some people can't stand it. I don't know why, but I guess they miserable. You know what I'm saying? You can't stand to see us happy. You know, like Kevin Hart was. I guess it. You get that?
You get a sip. I get a sip.
People hate that type. I mean, we ain't that.
But it's all good though.
We
They
ain't
can
that
hate it.
We ain't that aggravated.
We're not.
We try to keep everything flavorful. That shit, I ain't gonna lie. That shit probably make me. And look, just buy her.
Give her a drink.
Buy
Shit.
her a juice, and you get a juice, and y'all have 2 juices, all that shit. But you know.
Yeah, but you gotta look at those times, the mad times, as when you look at them as something that's strengthening your relationship and your marriage. You don't take the time to stay mad. You use them as what they're meant for, and then you keep it moving. Like we don't have the energy, first of all, to stay mad. As you can see, our children are back there. They wouldn't let us stay mad at each other, and we know what we're building. We know what we doing. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than emotions and how I feel and how he feel, and it's we can't. How we gonna come talk to y'all and we mad at each other?
Right.
And we always fussing and hollering, and I'm always interested by that. It's always like women who are like perpetually single. They go to bed and watch Netflix every night, wondering where the bae is, and then they're trying to give other women advice. Like we wouldn't be trying to give y'all marriage advice, and we beating up on each other, hollering and screaming all the time. And so, anywho,
Yeah, it's just just keeping each other steady. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's a oneness. You do for somebody what you want done to you. You know what I'm saying? See that sun moving, that's why covering your face all the whole show. But yeah, it's just
it's all good.
You do
I
for
got
somebody.
my real estate book here.
You do for somebody what you want done to you. You know what I'm saying? And men, we have to be reminded a lot. That we have to pay attention and tend to our women's needs more. Because we built to provide. But along with that, to keep everything afloat, we have to provide attention and all that. We have to provide everything.
Yeah.
Not just money, but all that counts. Right?
Here, guys. Excuse me, y'all. Got some snacks for the kids.
Oh yeah. I want some snacks. They still got chips. Yeah. So we just have to make sure we paying attention. And especially when you got kids involved, they're watching everything. They're watching how to conduct their marriage.
Right.
By watching you. Every time I come home from work, Jace makes sure she come home.
Oh yeah, like if I'm in the kitchen cooking, Daddy's home, come see Daddy, because we hug and stuff every day, and they like to see that. They love seeing that, so they just stand there and look up at us and watch us hugging.
Yeah,
hey, you just drop your chips in these people, Paul? That's not chicken. That's not chicken.
But anything other than that would be not normal to them.
Yeah, go play.
So they'll be concerned. Like you can tell when we have our little situations of whatever mad time or whatever, they're more concerned than us. They be up there trying to be matchmaking.
Right.
But and then and they're young. Just think of that. They are young and they can feel. And they're sponges right now. So whatever. That's another thing too. We have to remember when you are married, especially with kids around. You have to realize they're soaking that up too. So just man up, woman up, talk it out. Whatever you got to do to get over it, just get over it and keep moving.
Yeah. Because you're grown, really. That's a part of being grown. Like if you can't, and that's the thing, women especially, and I talk about women because I'm a woman, and I've done it all as far as women go. I was the emotional you know, crazy chick, cutting up all your clothes, busting out your windows. I did that. So I know you have to get over that part of yourself that is grounded in your emotions in order to have a successful marriage, in order to be a successful parent and be a successful woman. Because your emotions will make you do crazy shit. Like, your emotions are not real. Yes, it's okay to cry. Yes, it's okay to get upset and feel mad and all that stuff. But do not be ruled by your emotions. Don't let, and the scripture even says that, be angry but sin not. Don't let being emotional like cause you to do something that might ruin your marriage, or say something that might ruin your marriage. Close your mouth. Just close it.
I know y'all see those memes with, you know, with the little the snuggles teddy bear. They have a word up at the top, and the bear wind up looking like that.
Oh yeah.
Somebody look at you like that, like that little snuggle bear.
Oh
You
goodness.
done said some shit that's probably not take backable.
Dropping by.
Probably done said some shit that's not take backable.
Right.
That's my new word, take backable.
And that's something that we try, you know, not to do. People always say, well, you can't be married and not disagree. You can't be married and not get into arguments, and that you can't be married and not disagree, because you're two different people and you're not gonna agree on everything. We don't agree on everything. We agree on most stuff, but at the end of the day, he's the man. So if I don't agree, that's too bad. Like, I have submitted myself to him as his wife. His word is the last word. He is the leader. Gratefully, I don't have a silly man or a man who just makes dumb decisions and who I can't trust leading me. Even if I feel like what I think should be done is the right thing, I still have to go along with whatever it is that he's doing. And if it turns out wrong, then we just gonna fix it. I mean, I'm not gonna, oh, I told you so and you should have done it this way. And blah. Look, we ain't got time for all that. Let's fix this and keep it moving.
Straight up.
And keep it moving. But and usually the great thing about him is that he will consider if I say something. We have had this situation enough times for him to say, okay, my wife got a little bit of brains in her head. Let me think about what she just said. 'Cause we have gone through it enough times to know. Sometimes he be right, sometimes I be right. So if he make a suggestion, I'ma think about it, because I know I can be wrong as two left shoes sometimes. Especially when it comes to direction, I always have us lost. Always.
I'm behind the wheel. I got it.
I always have us lost, okay?
No, not Rampart State. It's all good though. Fuck, nigga,
We didn't remember the sign I saw. So, well, that's Rampart State Park.
And then with that, look.
Oh goodness.
Go ahead, make the U-turn.
Right, and he never fusses about it. Oh God, I'm out here crying.
Yeah.
He never fusses about it. He just, you know, we really have a really laid back approach to marriage and life. I guess we're two old people living in young people's bodies.
Right. I know,
because we don't. When something goes wrong, it's like, okay, you can fix it. Nothing is permanent. So fix it and let's keep going.
With somebody, think about if you're gonna be mad with them for the rest of your life.
Right. What if you lose them tomorrow?
And that's what I always say. I wish everybody could have a dream about somebody that they love or close to. I want them to have a dream about not having. Just, whether they died, left, or whatever. Just have a dream one night. How they would live, how would life be, or how would that moment be when they found out that they'll never be able to see them again?
Yeah, that's horrible. A horrible feeling, you know.
Just to remind people, like, take advantage of people when they're here.
Yeah.
Love them when they're here.
Yeah.
So what? You got $50 ain't nothing. If you motherfucker owe you $50, don't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? By you doing that $50 gonna show up, even if you're not on that person. It's gonna come back to you.
And I don't lend money. Me. If you ask me for it and I give it to you, it's yours. I ain't looking for it back because that's a way to ruin friendships, and that goes with friendships, family, relationships, everything. You just don't take people for granted because I remember right before my dad died, it seemed like everything he was doing was getting on my nerves, and I would talk to him like, all right, Dad, all right, bye. Like, not with an attitude, but just like, all right, whatever. And then he was gone, and it was very sudden. And it wasn't a dream. I couldn't wake up from it. And there's so many things now, like now we're looking into equipment for handling our garden, Hebrews Tea Garden, if y'all haven't heard. Looking into equipment for building a house and things like that. And so many things that I would be going to my dad for advice for now, that he's like the only man that I knew who knew like clockwork. He knew mechanics, he knew electronics, he knew things like that. And now he's gone and I have to figure it out on my own. We have to figure it out on our own. So just be grateful for people, especially your spouse. Ladies, think about, okay, me, I'm 4'11", okay, I'm very short. If I get mad at him over something stupid and he leaves the house and he's gone forever, who's going to get things off of the top cabinet for me? And it's little stuff like that that will make you break down and cry when that person is gone. Like little bitty things that just you just take. Just be grateful for people, everybody in your life, your children, as crazy as they are.
Crazy. Not a day goes by that you won't understand, you won't know how life is happening without.
Right, and that's part of the reason why we always have our kids, because when we do send them somewhere, we're like, well, what the kids doing? We bored without them. Like we ready for them to come home.
Right.
So just be grateful for the people in your life. Don't let work stop you. Don't let the stress of life and bills and all that stuff, get in the way of you just being grateful for the life that God gave you. Because those stresses are man-made. But God gave you this life to appreciate and enjoy, and you don't get it a second time. You can't, and we were just talking about that. We can't say, we living in the hood right now and we driving this kind of car. We gonna be happy when we get this amount of money and we living in this kind of house and driving this kind of car. We have to be happy today. We have to put all of our energy into keeping each other happy, keeping ourselves happy, keeping our children happy today, because we may not get to that, and we pray that we do. But it's about being happy right now. What if tomorrow don't come for you? So be grateful for what you got. Life is good. Life is good. When I tell y'all, we done pinch pennies, okay?
Literally.
Right? Literally. The smiles that you see on our faces are in spite of the bullshit, okay? We got bills too, like everybody else. I don't sell jewelry and make jewelry just because I like it. I do love it, but I don't just do that. I do that to feed us. He doesn't go to work just because he wants to work. He does it to make sure that we're good. But we didn't baby, we had to find a nickel one day, and that was an adventure. I tell you, we was all in the trunk looking for a nickel. It was over a year ago, but that was hilarious.
We found a roll of pennies. That's a whole nother story.
We found a roll of pennies, so it was good.
Just keep that in mind, roll of pennies. We're gonna to be continued.
Oh goodness.
But yeah, and then it's another thing too. Help you is just change the ways you were before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I talked about before that I was an only child. Before it all, I was always an only child. And I had to change a lot of those. Watch out now. A lot of those habits I had, like just being able to do stuff for myself, and just myself. Not having to answer to nobody, and I was leaving or coming in or whatever. and not to say that that's a bad thing, because when you get married, you have to do that. I mean, you have somebody else that's worried about you and doing, taking care of the household or whatever. You have to, communicate with your spouse, your husband, your wife, whoever it may be. So, changing your ways before, don't come into marriage like, oh, you found me like this, and so you have to live with it. No, because marrying somebody that's a sacrifice to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So just build off of that sacrifice. Don't make the sacrifice and then be like, well, I don't want to sacrifice. Well, that's how I was. This and that. So basically, don't marriage. Don't worry about the day, the big wedding, and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a serious business. But,
and we're not saying change who you are, or
it's accommodating.
Right. It's accommodating each other. It's being considerate of the fact that you're married, and understanding that marriage is growth. If you're a person that likes to be in the club every night, you can't live that life and be married at the same time, not happily married. And that goes for women too, because I know a lot of men do it, but I know a lot of sisters that are in the club and want to go out and want to do this and that, and a man is like, well, babe, I would rather us just chill. I would rather us just, enjoy each other, or go somewhere by ourselves. Marriage is growth. Ask yourself, what are you looking for in the club? Because I was always raised to believe when you in the club, you're looking for something. When you go out dressed, sexually and uncovered and all this, you looking for somebody's attention. And if you have your husband's attention already, it's not his that you're looking for. So be aware of that. Be aware of the fact that you putting yourself in a vulnerable position out there in the streets, whether you with your husband or not. Because how I dress, and I'm not saying dress how I dress or whatever, but I dress in a way that a man isn't going to disrespect me when I'm out in the street. A man sees me and sees, oh, that's his wife. He don't see me and say, oh, that's his old lady. Let me see if I could try to take her from him. Because even when you go out with your man, especially if you're in New Orleans, these knuckles out here do not care. If you have a little bitty skirt on, a little bitty shorts on, or a little bitty dress, I don't care if it's the trend or the fashion or whatever, and you out with your man, and another nigga touch you on your butt, or touch you on your leg, or grab you on your arm, your man is then put in a position to have to fight. You don't want to bring that kind of drama into your life. Even if your man is the type to fight, why would you want to put him in that position where he could possibly lose his life? Even if he got a gun on him, or he do this and he do that, be mindful. Marriage is about growth. And you really shouldn't go into it if you haven't grown up as a person. If you haven't said, you know what, that life ain't for me. Because it's a bunch of single people in a club. It's a bunch of people with nothing going for themselves as far as the family goes. And at the end of the day, the family is what matters. So just be mindful of how you dress, be mindful of how you speak to people. Because even if you dress nice and you covered up and you're modest, then your mouth can get you and your man in a whole lot of trouble. And that's a lesson I had to learn, because I go off on somebody and that quick. It took nothing. It took absolutely nothing. But I had to learn to control my tongue. And when they say life and death is in the power of the tongue, it's not just about speaking life and speaking death. Your tongue will get you popped up. So be careful. They always say loose lips sink ships.
But that boy, that messing Maya boy.
Ooh, Lord. They killed him at his baby mama baby shower.
When he was saying, who gonna pop?
Who gonna pop me?
Niggas showing up.
Well, somebody popped him.
They answered your question. You couldn't even. He don't know who popped him. Because he out of here.
Everybody else know who popped him.
So, tongue to get you killed.
Yes. So, and just be mindful of the lifestyle that you're trying to lead when you say you're ready to be married. It's a divine covenant. Whether they put marriage on TV like it's this this trendy, fashionable thing, this day, this wonderful, this, that, and the third. But marriage is a divine covenant. And the Most High will definitely judge you if you defile a divine covenant. Really, whether it's with your mouth, whether it's with your lifestyle, or whatever. However, you have to be mindful. It's a whole lot of things about me that I had to change when I said, I'm ready to be a wife. I didn't know I was going to be his wife, but it was like something came over me that said, nigga, prepare yourself to be a wife. If this is what you say you want, prepare yourself to be a wife. And it just happened. We were friends at the time, and he was the only person that I was talking to. So we were on the road to becoming married, but he sent me through some things, and I'll say the Most High set them up to be that way, that tested my patience, because he's that kind of person. If you're his friend, you know what kind of person I'm talking about. He is not that kind of person now because we live together, but he's one of them people. He's the only child. He will disappear. He'll go weeks and weeks without talking to you. Look, I was busy. I was working. I was,
Sorry, everybody.
My phone was behind the sofa. That's the main one there. But,
it was the truth.
It was the truth. It tested my patience. And I could have called him and cussed him out and went off and called him all kind of bees and this, that, and the third, and dirty this and nigga this and nigga. But I had to prepare myself to be a wife. And a wife doesn't talk to her husband like that. No matter what you see on TV, no matter what you were raised seeing, because I was raised, I saw my mama do all the fighting and throwing stuff and stabbing them up and cutting up their clothes and everything else. But I had to grow past that because that's not what a successful wife does. I mean, if that's you in your situation, go ahead. But I know he'd have been left if that's the kind of person that I chose to be. So, and he knew he had to grow past being the type of person to just leave all the time and just, come and go as he pleases. And it's like we've grown together. It's not that we've sacrificed this part of ourselves and we want it back or we miss it. I wouldn't even want to go back to that person. And I'm assuming he wouldn't want to go back to that person because he rushes home now. He loves being around his family and, with us. So it's embracing a new thing. Letting go of the old stuff and embracing a new thing. And being happy about it.
That was like a video bomb. But yeah. You can avoid being unhappy. It's just, whether it be
Cause they giving this call. If he wasn't up there trying to be Kangaroo Jack, he'd be alright.
Tarzan.
I see.
But just live. Like we do something when it's down, when it feel like everybody's down or whatever. I just say what I'm about to say.
Everybody bust out laughing when I count to 3.
On the count of 3, everybody just bust out laughing. And then when I say that, they just bust out laughing.
Busy watching somebody else stuff.
So just try that. When everybody down, or it's quiet for no reason, or just unless y'all need quiet time or whatever. When everybody down, just be like, all right, on the count of 3, everybody just bust out laughing. Motherfucker, you gonna start laughing right out the door. Yep.
Or we turn on comedies. We always watching stand up, and last night we watched Harlem Nights. We just watched that because we just wanted to watch something. But just watch something funny. Keep it light, man. And women, we get, and I know because I used to do it, we get into that mood and we like, I ain't gonna smile. And you just like want to be there. You want to be ornery and contrary at the moment. Let it go. Just laugh. Life is too good. Life is too long to be miserable and too short to be mad. So just let it go.
Fellas, if you had that type of woman, count it on the count of 3. We gonna bust out laugh. I bet you she laugh.
And if she don't laugh, let her go.
Laugh anyway. Shit.
Yeah, you laugh.
You laugh, and if she still don't laugh, I don't know. Just bye.
But don't leave her if that's your wife.
I was about to say, but if y'all married and you stuck popping,
You're stuck.
you in bad shape now.
But there are some women like that. Go off by yourself and watch a movie. Take your kids and y'all go have fun and laugh. Churn will laugh with you.
Oh yeah, Gerald
Kids will laugh.
They don't care. They never mad. And if you fuss at them for something they done, they gonna forget about it in 2 minutes.
Right.
That's why I let man look. Kids ain't look.
Excuse me, y'all. The kid in my stomach is hungry.
Oh yeah, kids don't have no say so. They don't own nothing or none of that. So if they do something wrong, get in their shit. Straight up. If you one of the parents that don't want to whip them, don't whip them. Do some military type of style. Like if your kid don't listen to you and you say, look, come here, come see something. They don't come. Keep calling them until they come. And tell them to go back. And call them again. And tell them to go back. Call them again.
So they'll learn to come that first time.
Call them again. They're going to be frustrated as hell. Just play mind games with them. They'll get it. If you don't want to whip them, you don't want pat. We ain't talking about skull.
Don't brutalize them now.
Because they kids. Like, pat on them legs or something. Or something that'll get their attention. See, like our little one, I don't know. I think we're going to have to play mind games on him because whippings don't help. He don't listen.
He got that from his mama.
So I got.
Well, go get him. Don't put him on the ground. You ate them all? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, bring it in. Don't litter.
That boy hard head. So.
But see the big boy. That's my sister all over again, baby. Because he don't need nothing but you could holler at him and he gonna swear you to beat him. He don't like getting in trouble. He gonna make sure his little brother don't get in trouble. He the police telling you.
So you gotta catch him early.
Yeah.
Whatever you got planned to discipline the child, do it early. So it's about 7, 8 on up. You're gonna have trouble. You're gonna have problems on your hands. And I ain't saying it can't be done, but you're gonna have problems.
Give me here. All right, now go play.
So yeah, and then all that, make sure you and your spouse don't want to call on how you discipline your children. Mm-hmm. That's another thing will keep peace in the house too. And look, you make it a point. Look, I'ma spank these motherfuckers if they out of line, or I'ma do this if they out of line. I'ma do this and make sure she or he she, because I don't condone women trying to discipline kids if a man in the house.
Right.
I mean, discipline together, how y'all gonna do it, but as far as a woman hollering and screaming, that don't affect them at all.
But sap your energy. I know, I do it.
It just don't. It's important. Now, women, I ain't saying women can't by themselves, discipline a child. Like I said, I was on the child. My mother.
But your mama didn't holler and beat you.
I'm just a good person. I was just simply good, I guess. I don't know. But she still had techniques, Jay.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. If I needed it, I'd ask for it. But I took initiative. I ain't tripping. Thank you.
That's the one we don't have that many problems out of. Other than his doggone mouth. He's so talkative. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he got that from his mouth.
Yeah, he better be on the speech and debate team.
But the other one is silent. He's like a silent storm. He's just
until you go to hollering and shit.
And that shows you. You can have your children are different people. They're not the same. Don't treat them like they're the same person. Love them based on who they are. Love them based on who they are. Because the little one, he's the one he's a rebel. But he's soft as cotton. When I tell you he needs all the hugs and kisses in the world, Like, he needs all of them. And the big one, he's very compassionate and sensitive, but he's not as huggy kissy. He comes and hugs and kisses me, but he don't need him like his baby brother need him. And he's just different, you know.
And see,
But
the baby Zay, he's scary.
oh yeah,
But Jay's
but
not
Jay's
scary.
not. The big one is not scared. Baby, he ain't scared of nothing. But Zay, he bad and scary. It's a lethal combination.
So, yeah, we gotta have him in check.
Yes.
You can't be going around all around niggas you don't want to fight.
Then he want to fight people, but he don't.
Running around the house doing ninja sounds and all that. Yeah, pull out the ninja sounds.
Pull out the ninja hands when it's time.
Well, they had we was somewhere, and a
Oh,
bug was crawling. And he saw that thing, got the hell out the way quicker than my eyes could blink. Big bad Z. That's them. We love them to death.
Oh yes,
So
to life
I
and
can't wait
beyond.
to see our nickname for the new baby coming. We call
Her,
her,
we hope.
I guess.
We hope it's a her.
We call that healthy human being
Nugget.
Nugget. So yeah, I can't wait to see a Nugget.
So when you hear us talking about Nugget, we're talking about the baby in the belly right now.
Yeah.
It's not our imaginary friend together. We ain't that bad, y'all.
Charlie crazy.
Yeah.
People they be talking.
I knew it was something up.
You can't be that happy without being crazy.
Oh goodness.
But
But yeah, you can be that happy, y'all. People get they. Like I was saying before, you can't not disagree with a person because y'all two different people, but you cannot argue. Arguing is a choice. Fighting is a choice. And I get my moments where I get so mad and I go to hollering. I just go sit down somewhere, and it'll be like probably less than a minute, probably 30 seconds, and then I feel I'm really hollering at this man. No, I'm not about to holler at him because marriage is a oneness. Like, it's really a oneness. I don't holler at myself. I don't get mad and cuss myself out. So I can't do that. I can't catch myself before I can even go that far because you can't do that to somebody. You know that is you.
Fellas, and I'm gonna tell you one thing too. Anybody, if you rock tough with anybody and they give you the silent treatment, that is worse than motherfucking hollering at you.
I was gonna
It's
write
worse.
a post or make a personal ladies video about that one, about how to get your point across without hollering, without nagging, and without closing the cookie jar. But ladies, we gonna have that talk, okay? But yeah, just being quiet is plenty. Trust me. There's power in your silence. And not quiet and slamming shit around and stomping all over the house, because that's not being quiet. Quiet and bringing him his dinner, doing what you normally do. Just be quiet. There's power in that.
Okay,
So,
all right.
yeah, let's not even talk about that right now.
How about those Saints?
Let's not talk about them either.
But that's that.
But we love y'all. Any Saints players that happen to come across this video, we still love y'all. We still y'all fans.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't gave up on y'all.
Never.
Never. Do that. What's wrong with you? Oh, Lord, look at them legs.
Ashley Larry.
Oh, goodness. All right, now go play.
But yeah, just a few tips and words and stuff we wanted to share with y'all.
Y'all can't have all our D because it's too pretty out here.
Right. With that, we're gonna say, be great
And be inspired.